Indiana Jones, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Juan.
Indiana Juan. Juan Indiana. I'm gonna have to turn and make sure we don't have to stop a few times. So just FY, just keep playing until I stop you. All right, Indiana Jones. This will be fun. Just have fun. I'll still help.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am William Serrata, and I have the privilege to serve as president of El Paso Community College. Welcome to our spring 2014 El Paso Community College commencement exercise. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de primavera 2014 de El Paso Community College. Please stand for our national anthem.
Raise your hand. National anthem.
As we begin our ceremony today, I would like to ask that we take a moment of silence as we reflect on the many sacrifices that made today possible, as well as on the prosperous future for those here who have completed their degrees and who will soon embark on the next stage of life's journey. I also ask that today and every day we acknowledge and be thankful for the many gifts bestowed upon us, including the gift of intellect, goals met, the support of family and friends, mentors, and a society that encourages education. Thank you. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the El Paso Community College Board of Trustees. Mr. Art Fierro, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Ms. Selena Solis, Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Judge Brian Haggerty, Trustee. Dr. Carmen Olivas Graham, Trustee. Mrs. Belen Robles, Trustee. Also present on stage are Mr. Renard Johnson, President and CEO of Management and Engineering Technologies International Incorporated, who is our keynote speaker and who will be formally introduced shortly. Dr. Ernst Roberts, Vice President of Administration and Financial Operations. Ms. Linda Gonzalez Hengson, Vice President of Student Services. Dr. Jenny Iron, Vice President of Information Technology and Chief Information Officer. Mr. Saul Candelas, Vice President of Research and Accountability. Mr. Steve Smith, Vice President of Instruction. Ms. Robin Kitchen, Student Government Association President. I would like to ask the members of the administrative team from El Paso Community College to please stand to be recognized. I want to recognize the Grand Marshal of the commencement ceremony, Mr. Ken Gorski, architecture instructor at the Valle Verde campus, who is honored with the privilege of escorting the college mace for this commencement ceremony. Thank you, Mr. Gorski. Would our team of early college high school principals also please stand? Representing staff constituency groups are Charles Morgan, Professional Staff Association, and Laura Gaither of the Classified Association. I would also like to acknowledge the faculty and staff members present from El Paso Community College. Thank you for being here. Today, we honor over 2,000 graduates, including many from our 6 early college high schools. I want to take time to recognize some special groups of students. El Paso Community College is very proud of the long and historic relationship we have with our military and Fort Bliss. We acknowledge with pride and gratitude our students who are veterans of our armed forces and those currently serving our country in the military. Will graduates that are currently serving our country, as well as those of you who are veterans, please stand to receive our thanks and appreciation. Thank you for your service. It now gives me great pleasure to recognize those students graduating with outstanding academic records. With those students graduating with a grade point average of 3.25 or higher, please stand. Now, please remain standing if your GPA is 3.5 or higher. I now ask that those with a grade point average of 3.75 or higher to remain standing. Now, please remain standing if you have a 4.0 grade point average. Well done. Thank you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Well done. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduation is a milestone that few reach. I know that for many of today's graduates, you are the first in your family to reach this benchmark, and you have now set the tone for your family, including your siblings, your children, your spouse, and in some cases, your parents. I ask that you remember that what we celebrate here today, commencement, be to each of you what the word literally means. The definition of commencement is a beginning or a start. This is the beginning of your journey in higher education and in your career. This is the first of many milestones that you will reach in your life, and your education will help you reach those goals. And your goals should be high, because we need you to accomplish great things here in El Paso, in the state of Texas, and in our great nation. The former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, stated that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. El Paso Community College has provided you with an outstanding education. Use it to contribute to our state, our nation, and ultimately make the world a better place. It is now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Renard U. Johnson. While Mr. Johnson was born in Chicago, he would be the first to say he is an El Paso native. He is proud to be an Andrus High School graduate. Mr. Johnson holds a bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis in management from the University of Texas at El Paso. Mr. Johnson founded Management and Engineering Technologies International, Inc., METI, in 1994 while he was still attending college. METI is a professional services company headquartered in El Paso, Texas, that provides systems engineering and information technology support to a variety of federal and commercial customers. METI supports a number of federal agencies, including the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, FAA, and USDA. METI has successfully completed $250 million worth of federal contracts in its 20-year history, and is recognized as one of the best small businesses, not only in El Paso, but in the nation. Mr. Johnson is very committed and passionate about his community and gives his time to a number of civic and non-civic organizations. He is a director for the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas in El Paso, the El Paso branch, former chairman of the board of the El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, director of the Texas Lyceum, member of the UTEP College of Engineering Advisory Board, member of the UTEP's President's Centennial Commission, chairman of the governing board for the Sierra Providence and Sierra Providence East Medical Centers, member of the Educate Texas and the Texas Student Success Councils, and graduate of the El Paso FBI Academy. Mr. Johnson is an inspiration and a role model for how each of you graduates can be successful and give back to your community. Please help me welcome Mr. Renard Johnson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome distinguished guests, family members, and friends. Thank you, Dr. Serrata, for the very warm introduction and for your inspired leadership here at El Paso Community College. To the distinguished Board of Directors, faculty, and staff, I also want to thank you for inviting me to give the 2014 commencement speech. Today, this speech is going to be interactive. Every time I say El Paso Community College, or EPCC, I want you guys to shout out, Class of 2014. Now here we go. Hello, El Paso Community College. Congratulations, you did it. When Dr. Serrata asked me to speak today, I asked him, how much time will I have to give my speech? He was very kind and said, Renard, take whatever time you need it. So, before I begin with my 3-hour speech, I hope you guys don't mind if I commemorate today's ceremony with a selfie for my Facebook, and I'm going to tweet it out later. So I need you to yell and scream and make some noise. Thank you. Today I want to recognize the many sacrifices that many of you have made in order to get here. And I also want to share with you my journey, which is probably not that much different than some of yours. Today is a day to reflect. By being here, all of you have demonstrated your hard work, your dedication to achieving an education. I know for a fact that many of you have worked full-time while attending school. Many of you had families to raise, while some of you even had to take out student loans. Or you may have had to charge your personal credit cards. Or in some cases, your parents were nice enough to let you charge their credit cards. However you did it, you got it done, and I applaud you for that. There you go. As already mentioned, some of you have even balanced going to school while serving our great nation. So everyone, please join me again in a round of applause for our servicemen and women. Okay, by a show of hands, how many of you have heard of Oscar Award winner Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman, or Clint Eastwood? How about fashion designer Calvin Klein? Great. Or what about entertainment icon Walt Disney? Do you know what these accomplished people have in common with you? They all attended a community college. And they all went on to do great things in life. By now, you know that El Paso Community College, you guys can do better than that, right? You know by now that El Paso Community College is no doubt the best place to start. As you go forward in life, I encourage you to continue your educational journey. Your generation has so much more than we did. For example, we have seen a transformation in technology unlike in any other period of time. As a matter of fact, when I attended school, we had cell phones that looked like this. And now you guys have smartphones with more memory than the original supercomputer. In order for my generation to do research, we had to go to the library. We got a librarian in the house. There was no such thing as search engines like Google or Bing. We didn't have fancy things, websites or apps like Wikipedia, Facebook, Twitter, Splitter, Glitter, Help, Yelp, and so on. Technology and knowledge are power. Please use those tools to your advantage. When I was asked to speak today, I wanted to make sure that my speech would be short, not really 3 hours, and that it would leave each of you with something that would give you the incentive to go as far in life as you possibly can. Allow me to share with you one of my personal philosophies, which goes like this. To live, you need food, water, and shelter. But to live well, one needs an education. Your life will not be perfect with an education, but it will be better. In order to tell you why I believe that with all of my heart, I have to tell you a little bit about myself. And my story is very simple. I was born on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, in a neighborhood which was and still is a very poor area. My family moved to El Paso when I was very young. I grew up in Northeast El Paso, where I attended Terrace Hills Elementary School, and I graduated from Andrews High School. I know there's some Eagles out there. Go Eagles. I was just an average student. I got mostly C's, and every now and then I got a B or an A. I had several part-time jobs during high school, including working at a go-kart track. I mowed lawns, I worked at McDonald's. However, I always aspired to be an entrepreneur at a young age. And I started my own mobile DJ service when I was just 16. My family has a long, successful history of entrepreneurship. My grandfather was self-employed. Now just imagine, if you will, being black in rural Mississippi in the 1920s, where he cut and sold timber from a family-owned property. My mother and father have also owned several very successful businesses. I have a cousin who has recently become one of the first black casino owners in the United States. Thank you. It gets better. Some of you may have heard of a company called Black Entertainment Television, or BET. It was founded by my cousin, Robert Johnson, who was one of the first black billionaires in the United States. Growing up, my parents made one thing very clear to me and my siblings, and that was dropping out of school, short of obtaining a college degree, simply was not an option. So after I graduated from school, I attended the EPCC and the University of Texas at El Paso, where I received my Bachelor's of Business Administration, and I majored in management. When I was just 28 years old, I founded my own company, Management and Engineering Technologies International, Inc., or METI. I had 7 employees. I had absolutely no customers. I had no revenue. I invested my entire life savings into starting my company. I maxed out all of my credit cards. However, I always had a dream of what my company could be and would be. And today, we have over 300 employees worldwide providing engineering and IT services support to our nation's warfighters and other federal customers. Thank you. As I grew my business, I learned the value of having mentors. And my greatest mentor is my father. He has always said that you must give back to your community, your city, and your country in which you live. I have tried to live up to that standard. And as Dr. Serrata mentioned, today I serve on a number of boards. To include, I am the current chairman of the board of the Sierra Providence East Hospital. I am the former chairman of the board of the El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And one of my highlights is that I am now serving on the board of directors of the Dallas Federal Reserve Bank, the El Paso branch, which has allowed me to participate in setting economic policy for our nation. Even with all that I have done for my community, my country, this city has given me more than I will ever be able to repay. As you go forward in life, it is your charge to get involved, serve in your community, and I assure you that opportunities will develop once you get involved. A good education cannot be taken away from you. It is perhaps the most single important reason for success or failure. Obtaining an education is the foundation for all of the good things you want to accomplish in life. If you want to take care of your parents, your kids, your grandparents, your family, it all starts with an education. If you want to set up a scholarship to help other young people, it all starts with getting an education. If you want to be a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, a business owner, it all starts with getting an education. Remember, lots of people made your education possible. Members of your family, the EPCC, faculty and staff, the city as a whole, so you have a responsibility not to waste it, for it is more precious than silver or gold. You can and must be willing to help others that are less fortunate than yourselves. And know that every time you help someone else, you will grow as a person. We are all here today to tell you how very proud we are of all your achievements. We are also here to tell you that you're now one of the new leaders in your community and that great things are expected of you. So your hard work has just begun. In closing, I challenge each of you, when you walk out these doors today, be determined to leave your footprint on life. Continue your education. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Congratulations and well done, EPCC, Class of 2014. Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, thank you for that wonderful commencement address. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to confer on you the award of Honorary Associate's degree. It reads as follows: Be it known that Renard Johnson, entrepreneur, innovator, successful businessman, community volunteer, native El Pasoan, and passionate friend of the El Paso Community College, is hereby awarded an Honorary Associate of Arts degree and is entitled to the rights and privileges appertaining to that recognition. in testimony whereof the Board of Trustees has granted this honorary diploma bearing the seal of the college done this 16th day of May 2014. I would now like for the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Art Fierro, to present you with the stole signifying a tradition as an honorary graduate of El Paso Community College. The stole was designed, yes, absolutely. The stole was designed by our own EPCC Fashion Technology faculty member, Ms. Trish Weinstead, and is dedicated to the memory of Eugene Pate, former interior design faculty member. Thank you, Trish. With the award of the Honorary Associates of Arts degree, El Paso Community College is establishing the Renard U. Johnson Endowed Scholarship Fund and designating $25,000 for that purpose. This will allow EPC students for generations to come to benefit from your legacy as a true educational leader, role model, and dedicated El Pasoan. Renard, we value your friendship, and we thank you for your service to our community, our state, and our college. Welcome to the El Paso Community College family. Mr. Steve Smith, Vice President of Instruction, will now present the candidates for their degree.
Will the candidates for all degrees please rise? Mr. President, Board of Trustees, I would like to present the candidates for the degrees of Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Science, and Certificates of Completion.
On the recommendation of the faculty and the authority vested in me by both the state of Texas and our Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you your degree. You may move your tassel. Please be seated.
Will all the graduates please approach the platform? Will all the graduates please approach the platform? The following students will be receiving an Associate of Science degree. Mario I. Canchola. Santiago Cabrera. Tristan A. Burton. Erica Denise Burnett. Claudia Bocanegra. Luis Belmar. Brando Daniel Barbosa. Jonathan E. Avila. Estrella Aras. Cynthia Álvarez. Salviñas Altevalla. Francisco Álvarez Ferrer. César Antonio Alvarado. Ricardo Eder Altamirano Holguín. Elena Renee Cardona. Perla Ivette Delgado. Emily J. Delgado. Aaron del Toro. Karen A. del Río Guzmán. Barbara A. Cordero. Joey Aguirre. Gilbert Contreras. Erica Jeanette Cisneros. Rosario Jiménez Chávez. Brisa J. Chaparro. Andrew Corey Cereceres. Jordan Lee Cedillo. Samuel Isaías Castro. Thank you. Brenda Develí Carrasco. Jordan J. Gutierrez. Georgina S. Gutierrez. Jesse L. Greeno. Melody Gordiles. Valeria González. Jessica González. No. Adrián Gómez Rivera. Ruby Stephanie Gámez. Dylan Cheyenne Flugie. Linus Ducasey. Alexis Flores. Jessica Urdulia Flaquet. Gilberto Figueroa. Cynthia Escalante. Jennifer Luna. Carlos Enrique Lugo. Fernando Lozano. Daniel James Lininger. Sarah Sung Eileen. Judith Faith Johnson Scully. Rodrigo Jaramillo. Aarón Ibarra. Kayla Janet Howarth. Lorraine Marie Hernandez. Sean Dennis Haggerty. James P. Guzman. Edgar A. Guzman. Marilyn Rangel. Rosa Olivia Ramos. Brian James Ramos. Keisha Segovia Ramirez. Rosa A. Pérez. Víctor Alonso Ordaz. Carlos Olivas. Juan Francisco Nores. Nancy Jazmín Nava. Luis Alberto Muñoz. Joseph Anthony Muñoz. Manuel Moreno. Lisbeth Morales Hernández. Miriam Montoya. Adrián Molina. Chase Andrew Urschel. Ilse Pavlova Torres. Claudia Tapia. Jordan C. Stubbs. Joseph Elena Stitt. Christopher P. Staneland. Olivia Siqueiros. Andrés Silva. Laura E. Santos. Diane Salas. Claribel Cesar. Jose O. Sanz. Mónica Lisette Rodríguez. Félix Manuel Rodríguez. Alejandra Daniela Rocha. Manuel Vázquez. Norman Eugene Wheaton. This concludes the graduates for the Associate of Science degree. The following will receive the Associate of Applied Science degree.
Ernesto Apodaca. Natalie Sue Anderson. Stephen Alvarez. Vanessa M. Alvarado. Amanda Aleman. María Cristina Alejo. Lucía F. Aldaba. Michael J. Mendoza. Yesenia M. Aguilera. Estela Aguilar. Juan M. Aguayo. Jasmine Acosta. Diana Acosta. Alejandra Bermúdez. Marina V. Berestovska. Mark D. Bauer. David L. Bates. Anna M. Batenhorst. Raymond Bañuelos. Nicolette Ray Bagby. Haiti R. Bear. Jessica E. Badillo. Deanna R. Ashton. Cesar Armenta. Laura T. Armas. Norma L. Arenivar. Lizette Arenas. Samantha Francis Davis. Javier Cotera. Jesse Carvajal. Dara H. Castro. Victor Manuel Candelaria Jr. Eduardo Canales. Sonia G. Campos. Lilia Claire Calderón. Megan R. Burrell. Gerald M. Bryant. Diana Brito. Sylvia R. Blanco. Kayla Ann Byler. Jose N. Berumen. Alejandra de la Rosa. Mónica N. Cortés. Luis Coronel. Enrique Cisneros. Claudia I. Cisneros. Vanessa L. Chrisman. Martha Patricia Chavez. Adrián Chavez. Crystal Castrita. Rubén Castañeda. Rosa I. Castillo de Ortega. Ariana Carreño. Fernando Carrasco. Imani T. Bertrand. Elizabeth Duran. Carmen I. Duran. María Eugenia Dorame. Juan Hilberto Domínguez. Jackie Lynn Domínguez. Janae Díaz. Carlos F. Díaz. Sonia Delgado. D.I. Delgado. Carmen L. Delgado. Bianca Cristina Delgado. Ernesto Antonio Delgadillo. Nidia Rosillo del Valle. Juan de la Rosa. Elvira Figueroa. Monica Faulkner. Angel Faulkner. Margarita Estrada. Margarita L. Estrada. Marina Elsa Esquer. Verónica Espinosa Álvarez. Mario Espinosa. Salvador Espeleta. Marina Seville Esparza. Sonia Escamilla. David Escajeda. Sandra Enciso. Judith Elizabeth Edmondson. Marie Danielle Duran. Susana Garcia Miranda. Vanessa Victoria Garcia. Judy Garcia. Lilia M. Gallegos. Alejandra Gallegos. Silvania Galindo de Villalobos. John David Rojas Galan. Jasmine Boons. Daisy Lisbeth Funes. Rebecca Flores. Karina Loreli Flores. Graciela Flores. Cristina Flores. Arian Star Flores. Mónica Jaro. Marina J. Hammond. Melissa K. Hamaker. Andrea Yolanda Gutierrez. Amanda Nicole Gutierrez. Maribel R. Graf. Rosa Gregory. Steven Gonzalez. Nicole E. Gonzalez. Maribel González. Lisette Gómez Juárez. Heather C. González. Cristina González. Sandra Idalia González. This concludes the graduates for the Associate of Applied Science degree. There's still more? Forgive me, I was wrong. Vanessa M. Moreno. Edgar A. Hermosillo. Arcadia Carolina Hernandez. Daniela Elizabeth Hernandez. Lizette Hernandez. Marisela Hernandez. Monica Hernandez. Patricia Hernandez. Iván Hernandez. Christina G. Higgerson. Jacqueline Holguín Salcedo. Jack D. Holland. Flavia Carrera Howard. Randy Renee Huckabee. Chris Huerta. Lorena Isra. Rafael L. Jacobo III. Christopher Adam Hackes. Tracy L. Jarvis. Ivan Hassel. Victor Hugo Jimenez. Eunhyang Jin. Jimmy Lee Joyner. Chris S. Jolly. BK Kong. April Marie Lara. Leticia Lara. Vivian D. Lechuga. Araceli Llanas. Alexander J. Lopez. César Alberto López. Flavio López. José Guadalupe López. Marlene Lopez. Andrea Loya. Crystal Luetta. Candice Nicole Lugo. Ashley M. Lujan. Emily Lacey Lyon. Isbel D. Machuca. Laura Alicia Magdaleno. Paola Mancilla. Luis A. Marlin. David Marcus. Rodolfo Marshall. Emma J. Martinez. Lucia Martinez. Melissa Martinez. Miguel A. Martinez. Sylvia Martinez. Victor H. Martinez. Luz G. Mascorro. Annie Zavala Maxfield. Sandra P. Medina. Denise Adriana Medrano. Omar A. Mejia. Abel A. Mendez. Annalisa M. Martel. Gabriela Mesa. Yasmin M. Mesa. Maria L. Mendoza. Michael E. Mendoza. Ninfa Mendoza. Chantal J. S. Monsivalles. Paola G. Montañez Carrillo. David Montes. Denise Montoya. Danielle Marie Moon. Alejandra C. Morales. Laura Morales. Celine Morales. Brian P. Nabhan. Joshua M. Noel. Kimberly Areli Nunez Enriquez. Kevin O'Brien. Carla Olivas. Carmel Elizabeth Olmos. Leslie Ordóñez. Diana J. Orona. Cristina Orozco. Cecilia Ortiz. Ana M. Bayan. Samantha Payne. Andrea Bass. Carrie Deanne Peck. Federico Peña. Juan Peña. Kelly Tovar Purchase. Celia Perez. Kelsey Jennifer Perez. Miguel Perez. Nidia E. Perez. Tracy L. Petty. Veronica Pierce. Maribel Bisaña. Noel Krista Powers. Stephen P. Priego. Paula Viridiana Quintana. Cristina Quintanilla. Cynthia Marie Ramirez. Elizabeth Ramirez. Juan M. Ramirez. Patricia Z. Ramirez. Bianca R. Reyes. Isela Reyes. Valerie Victoria Reyes. Miguel Ángel Reza. Angelica I. Richardson. Ileana B. Rimada. José Romero. Esmeralda Ríos Porras. José A. Ríos Salazar. Corina Rivera. Amy E. Cuellar. Jessica Rivera. Vivian Perez. Christian Daniel Williams. Jennifer Rodarte. Cristina Isabel Rodríguez. Diana Rodríguez. Fernando Rodríguez. Gabriela Rodriguez. Ruby Rodriguez. Cesar Romero. Karina Iret Rubio. Sandra Rubio. Priscilla M. Reese. Patricio M. Rubalcaba. Cruz Elvira Sainz. Mónica Sainz. Carla Saldivar. Luis R. Sánchez. Mónica Sánchez. Ramoncito Sánchez. Cristina Marie Sandoval. Alejandro Santos. Lluvia Santoyo Santiesteban. Israel Sariñana. Suzanne M. Cedillo. Reina Guadalupe Segura. Eric R. Sierra. Yolanda Sierra. Regina D. Sayer. Jessica A. Smith. Angela Abigail Soltero. Lilia Sosa. Sonia Sosa. Cristina Soto. Laura Soto. Maribela Stanley. Summer Stoffer. Daniela T. Torres. Miguel Torres. Luis M. Telles. Flor A. Trujillo. Janelle Trujillo. Christina Turita. Alejandra Urbina. Aldo J. Valdivieso. Annie Eileen Valenzuela. Crystal Valenzuela. Kenneth J. Vasquez. Arlene Alejandra Vasquez Fuentes. Gabriela Vega. Andrea Marie Velasquez. Fabian A. Velasquez. Michael G. Wasicki. Araceli Elise White. Taryn Lorraine Williams. Abraham Sarate. Arthur Zubia. Rocio Zuniga. This concludes the graduates for the Associate of Applied Science degree. The following graduates will be receiving a certificate of completion.
Amanda Acevedo. Ashlyn Adams. Sydney Abigail Aguirre. Sonia Álvarez. Anthony Philip Ayub. Christopher Camarena. Olimpia Cornelio. Luis Carlos Cruz. Melanie M. Delgado. Isaac Fernández. Herman Yael Hernández. Rodrigo Hernández. Víctor Jiménez. Juan J. Laguna. José J. Machado. Diana Maldonado. Salvador Martínez. Marco A. Muñoz. Stephanie G. Muñoz. Natalie Pacheco. Linda Ramírez Álvarez. Ana Gabriel Recio. Alberto Rubén Rentería. Sandy Reyes. Alfonso I. Silva. Víctor Hugo Silva. How do you pronounce last name? William C. Semanicus. Deborah K. Thomas. Anthony Valdez. Maria Isela Santos. This concludes the graduates for the Certificate of Completion.
Congratulations, class of. Well done. Please join me in a round of applause for Dr. Jeffrey Meyer and the El Paso Community College Orchestra. To Ms. Crystal Teran, Mr. John Weber for providing the interpreting for the hearing impaired. Thank you so much. Before we congratulate our new graduates, I would like to recognize those that have supported our graduates. Could the children, parents, and spouses of the graduates please stand? Por favor, ponerse de pie los hijos, padres y esposos y esposas de los graduados. As our graduates prepare to join their friends and family at the south side parking lots of the Don Haskins Center, we ask everyone to please remain seated until the graduates have exited. Will everyone please join me in congratulating our class of 2014 with another round of applause. Will everyone please rise for the recessional to exit? Congratulations, well done.